Hello and welcome back to Victoria 3. The Hudson's Bay Company is continuing to grow as we start pushing ourselves towards a bit of a freer socialist republic. We finally dug ourselves out of our massive debt that we have had for ever so long, but you know, it's been a process of learning. We are continuing to grow. We have kind of colonized the rest of Canada, kicked out the various indigenous groups, and thrown them all into residential schools, I guess. I don't know. We are really doing a lot of schooling. Today's big goals is to confederate the rest of Canada and to get out from under the yoke of England. This is what I would really like to do today. And they're going to be the primary objectives as we unlock cannery, canned fish, canned meat. I don't even know that we have a lot of, I guess grocery factories would probably, food industry must have canneries. Yeah, canned meat and canned fish. Now, looks like we'd make a lot more money from canning meat, so let's do that. We do have some cattle ranches. We do also have some fisheries, but not very much. Being a company and having command economy is super throughput on government buildings. You love playing as companies like Alaska. Okay. This is our very first time, my very first Victoria campaign, so it's been a huge learning experience so far. We are still short on paper and groceries, so I feel like we're on the right track of what we're building. So yeah, I was looking at this morning because companies is like, they added this into one of the DLCs, and you are able to not allowed for chartered companies. Okay, so I cannot establish other companies. At least not yet. But we do have the Hudson's Bay Company, which is incorporated, I guess. Their prestige good are select fish. Curious. They can do logging, fishing, trade centers, and ports. They actually have a monopoly over ports, fishing wars, and logging camps at the moment. Curious. Restrict child labor is going up to law enactment. Lots of war goals in this Great Britain versus basically India. Ton of dead, ton of wounded. That's an expensive war, man. Holy smokes. Indian territory, the Comanche, Utah, Navajo. USA is in a weird spot, and I'm not sure whether or not we want to make better friends with them. Oh, they're in a diplomatic play. What are they trying to do here? To get Colorado back from Mexico. And Mexico wants them to return this place here. Oh, yeah. And also America wants to... Oh, man, this is going to be bad for poor Mexico, man. Huh. Lean towards Mexico in this diplomatic play. Great Britain has a bit of a preference for Mexico, but interesting that we could like favor them. I don't really want America to be that strong, so I'm playing Hudson's Bay, basically. The Hudson's Bay Company within the Hudson's Bay Company. You keep saying that, but don't you mean aren't I that company? I mean, it's confusing. I am a country called the Hudson's Bay Company, and within the Hudson's Bay Company, there is also a company called the Hudson's Bay Company. This is my understanding. Because like technically this headquarters is not, I think, owned by me. Yeah, like this is a privately owned company within the Hudson's Bay Company. A lot of bait failed. All right, well, this is like 25% success, 0% chance to stall. So this will slowly work its way up. You are the subject of a company. The company has a capital in London, and you are their subject. Ew, interesting. The home countries. Ah, yeah, okay. The company headquarters. Whoa. Whoa. The Hudson's Bay Company is owned by Hudson's Bay Company. The Hudson's Bay Company is a company in Great Britain. It's complicated, okay? I don't pretend to make sense of it. We are low on iron again, so... What are we building? We're working on the railways. And then, yeah, we wanted more iron mines in the Northwest Territories. Right, because we're mostly still, like, hurting on population. Migration is down. Interesting. Qualifications. Potentially employable qualifications. I need more academics, clerks, farmers. But we don't have enough for any of those. Yeah, I have like 7 peasants in Manitoba. Saskatchewan looks like it has a lot of job-seeking peasants. Oh no, most of them are working. Oh wow. I guess all the peasants have just like mostly moved to other parts of the country. Here's a great question is it like, how is the old Yukon doing now? All right, that's like going up, but pretty slowly still. We put in a special thing to move more people into the Yukon, greener grass, in the hopes that we could get more people working in the gold fields. But it's okay. We're still like, we're still making money. Doing great. Just wear technical fluff to let you play as a company colonies. That's all, right? No need to overthink. Just make money. The best way to make more money is just breaking free of Great Britain. Yeah. So I guess like that's the real... The question I have now is like, what's the path to break free of Great Britain? Denmark really likes us. I mean, actually, Great Britain really likes us. There is the classic option of just like make friends with the French. But I don't think we can actually raise them any higher right now. Unless we start drafting some sort of treaties, like an alliance. French army power projection. That makes sense. So that is something I could try to do, is like make... like pay off the French, but I feel like I'm getting rid of one overlord there for the other. You know what? I have the influence for this right now. We might as well begin improving relations with the US. Even if I don't really want to be friends with them. It's just nonsense up and running nice and early today. We're on time, you know. When USA asks to respect the 44th parallel treaty, just say no. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. Well, I mean, Colombia already owns Oregon and Idaho and I guess southern Colombia. So I'm kind of hoping I can just gobble this up and then maybe do some more colonialization down there. I also really want Athabasca and Alaska. Like... this is a section I would love to gobble up. Right now, I think we're just... we focus on these railways. We focus on these laws. Success goes up another 15% here. We're still trying to restrict this child labor. Let's cook a little bit because we're just waiting on building right now. The play for power. The leader of the trade unions has made a remarkable play for power in the capital in order to secure a spot for the trade unions within the government. It's not entirely clear if they should be rewarded for their novel tactics. There's only one light in the street that leads to the trade union's headquarters. There's also only one light inside. There, Simon Bevon relaxes among the sumptuous mahogany furniture and velvet cushions. The lamp is identical to those that have been sent from the east. The end justifies the means, and our means are very, very justified. It's difficult not to believe him when he offers an inviting seat by his side. Trade unions get supported political power, or not all is fair. Yeah, no, man, I'm all about the trade unions. Let's strengthen them up. They just outweighed the rural folk in terms of power here. This is great news. Fantastic. We're getting like so many buffs from all of our different groups. We're not quite ready to put the trade unionists out here. We're getting there. They're almost as powerful as the petit bourgeois. Excellent, and we're voting on child labor finally. Expand your construction sectors, pause government building, and let the investment pool drain from your investor class. Untouched investment pool funds usually just waste there. Oh. So as long as I'm like building things, this won't spend? Because I feel like I have a lot of money in this pool right now. I mean, they've been building stuff constantly. Like they're working on food industries and paper mills, which is incredible, actually. Those are the two things that private industry, like we need that the most. I was worried about increasing my construction sector because right now it's like whenever I spend money, like I like when the money goes up and I'm constructing. Trade unions probably the best, landowners the worst. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the case. Oh, realism just unlocked. Now, how does our arts academy feel about that? This just produces slightly more art if we go realist. Traditional patronage, bourgeois patronage, or independent artists. Huh. Oh, I see. It's like, do you want more academics or more clerks? Interesting. I feel like I want more independent artists. Wasn't talking about the game interest groups. I mean, one and the same. Yeah, I never have enough paper. So postal savings are unlocked. I did this to kind of empower the farmers and shopkeepers in the hopes that we could get a little more money into their hands to spend on different things. This is corporate charters, but I actually can't have free company charters. Hi, Monet, are you coming up here? She's like, if there's space made for me, maybe. Moni? No? Okay. Livy, good morning. Won't spend as fast since construction points is split between you and the private sector. Oh, okay. Academics are intelligence, so those for changing interest group cloud. Okay, great. I like the intelligistas. I feel like those guys are... We're fans of them. Let's get modern sewage. That just feels like generally a good idea. Yeah, and if I could power them a little bit more, that would be good. Pharmaceuticals is spreading. Journal entry. Patronize realist art. Artists are moving away from abstract, fantastical art and towards realistic portrayals of concrete subject matters. Patrons of this movement, there could be much to gain. Exactly 100% of eligible buildings have a workforce greater than 90 and has activated realist art. Triggers the realist movement. Nobody works in the Arts Academy. So that's the problem here. That's why they're not making anything. We used to have a lot of artists, but I guess maybe they're all working in the university or something. Yay! We've restricted child labor. Congratulations, everybody. I think this allows us to up the education level again to 50%. Damn, dudes, we've almost maxed out education. That's so good. And now, we could make things better for women. That would be pretty good. Migration control could be okay. But I like migrants at the moment because we're trying to grow. We could appoint bureaucrats. Higher taxation capacity. Political strength of bureaucrats. The Intelligistas will attract fewer aristocrats employed in urban buildings. Let's give women some rights. Women have the right and duty to own and cherish their possessions. Yeah, like this saps the church. This saps the landowners. I'm trying to keep religion pretty strongly out of here. So we'll do that one. If you're restricting child labor, how are they going to earn money for life? The free workforce. No. Oh yeah, we were also talking about like lowering taxes to make people happier, but we'll see about that. We did build a railway in Saskatchewan, so we have more choo-choos. Choo-choos now go all the way across the country. Well, somewhat across the country. And we're building another railway over here in Alberta. 73 weeks, though. So you're saying if I pause that... No, because I need to... Right, I could turn it on here. Oh, that's only going to take like 9 weeks to build a construction sector in Manitoba. And I'm going to also build a construction sector in Saskatchewan then, if that's the case. And then we'll pause any further building for a little while. We'll build up some gold reserves so that we can afford it all. And we'll let that investment pool drain a little bit, maybe. Do I need a workforce? Desperately. We're like constantly in need of a workforce. Thank God at least our literacy is like pretty good. 66th place. All right, well, maybe not that good, but standard of living is pretty solid. Our population is growing, but we definitely like spiked a bit. We still don't have a lot in the way of cities. But I guess that'll come with time. Alt-click will set it to the top of the queue. Okay. Realist art is completed. The Arts Academy of Manitoba has become a major center of the realist movement, producing some of the finest works of our generation. Finally, art we can all relate to. Progress towards the camera. Or the political strength of capitalists? Absolutely not. I think I'm going to keep subsidizing the Arts Academy. Just realized how expensive that is. I'm spending like 2K on the Arts Academy. That ain't cheap, baby. Gold depleted in Guyana. So that's a couple more construction sectors. Interesting that this didn't really... I thought this was going to like increase the cost of building substantially, but it actually doesn't. So now I'm wondering maybe I should do something like this. And build a bunch more of these. Get us up to at least like 25. Let's see how we do. A rousing speech captivates the public. Colin Crawford, leader of the Petit Bourgeois, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of propertied women. Well, I don't want them to be more popular, but I will take the extra chance of success here. Canada's Arts Academy of Happy Trees. You know what? We got the money for it right now. I wonder about, like, should I also promote social mobility? Simulation, conversion. Like, we have all these Bashkir who have moved in here, but they don't have a lot of cultural integration. So I wonder... Let's get that going in Saskatchewan to help them out as well. A couple impoverished upper stratas. That's okay. There's not a lot going on in Saskatchewan. Oh my god, the market access is so bad here. That is why I built a railway. Using 19 out of 18. Oh, okay. I need to build many more railways. Ah, no. I need to probably subsidize the railway. This is the problem, is we don't have anybody working the railway. Yeah. Who's working this railway? We got a couple people there at least. Okay. Damn, this Arts Academy. Chewing me up. Soldiers are complaining that they have no way to open their canned food. Developing a can opener for 5 years. Armed forces get lack of can openers for 5 years. They'll figure it out. Wow, we don't have an army. I don't really need them to be strong. Wow, we're already voting on this law. This is pretty good. This is part of the same timeline as Big Sister Old World Blues Run from the Hearts of Iron. Yeah, no, absolutely. This is like the pre. This is many years before. Engines are expensive around the 1850s, so railways tend to bleed cash. I suppose that does make sense. Engines are a very expensive good right now. Can I make engines? Motor industries? Yeah, I guess that would be it. $25.8K weekly construction goods. I guess that would also be very expensive to make. It would also consume steel, which I don't really have. Well, okay, I have steel mills in Saskatchewan. This is the big problem, right? Like, look, I have fertilizer plants, steel mills, artillery foundries, and like, there's nobody working any of them. This steel mill is literally not operating. It has 0 employees. Oh, it has 40 now. These are all privately owned, though, also, so I'm not really, like, super concerned. How did this just go from, like, 22 to 40? I wanted that to go up, like, a little bit. 42. So I do want this railway in Alberta because they need this to deliver all the wood from like the rest of all my logging camps are basically in Alberta right now. Well, I'll let them bleed out a little bit. Get this halfway built. Dust off the uniform. We haven't created the mediation mines. No, we haven't had to throw anybody into the mines yet. The forced labor mines. Get in on motor industries before the car is invented. You'll make bank once demand for combustion engines becomes global. Interesting. Interesting. Woliad here actually inspired this run. He's the one who convinced me to play Victoria. We now have propertied women. Yay, women can own property. Huzzah! I feel like we are doing a pretty good job advancing this kind of stuff. We got our public schools. I guess the appointed bureaucrats would be good. This would suck out the landowner power a little bit too. We'll work on that one next. We are moving up in rank. Yeah, engines and groceries. Paper is still also expensive. British markets balance minus 250K. I have to pull up those time traveling VODs. Oh, the Great Plains actually has a city now too. Education level 4. Feeling pretty good about our level of education. In general, frontier colonization only be good for raw goods. Could have used to attract more pops. I'll be honest, I don't really know what these do. Migration attraction in unincorporated states. This would give us... I mean, the only thing I could do here is colonial exploitation. Plantations in unincorporated states. Mines, forests, and rubber. Would provide colonial affairs level 2 with colonial growth. Versus migration attraction. That's the thing, right? Like right now, I'm more interested in getting... Ooh, Pacific Coast has an HQ. The Yukon needs more people because the Yukon has gold and I don't have enough employees to work it. They're at like 22% and I'm subsidizing that gold mine to try and get them in there. Oh, I guess USA super won this war against Mexico. Boy, did they ever win that war against Mexico. Dangerous. 26% of pops below the minimum expected standard of living in Saskatchewan. Promote national values. Encourage manufacturing. Why is everybody so impoverished? Impoverished, middling, and middling. Huh. The Bashkir are gone? I don't know where they went. Maybe they all just moved to Manitoba. I guess if that's the case, I no longer need to promote national values here. Wow, we have so many different groups moving into Canada. Assimilated into Anglo-Canadians as their numbers were really small. Okay. We might be losing money. Yeah, no, we are. It's just because I'm trying to get this railway done right now. Field works. Army defense. Barbed wire fences for livestock ranches. Ooh. I think we have one or two of them. Get those up and going. Now, this is a question, like, okay, I can start transporting from things like the railways. Or maybe the logging camps? No, that would not be good. Yeah, iron is still really expensive, so I'm going to start transporting that via rail. Because just frankly, like, there's money to be had. Transportation shortage in the Northwest Territories and in Quebec. Increase the production of transportation or the number of sell orders for transportation. Also improve market access. How do I buy more transportation? Local goods, transportation. Can be produced by railways and urban centers. Public trams and experimental trains. Can be used by basically everybody. Oh, I guess because I said I want railways and I don't have railways to all those iron mines. You can't get it nationally, globally. It's per province. Okay, so the problem here is literally I need to individually probably turn off those railways. So the iron mine somewhere else would be good. Man of wars are expensive. Interesting. All right. Discord within the armed forces has grown frustrated with their committee's neutrality on the appointed bureaucrats. Armed forces lose interest groups, but Intelligista get them. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Move the armed forces over to the Intelligista. That's a great combo of power there. I'm very, very pleased with that. We are losing money right now, so I got to get this railway done, and then we're going to chill out for a little bit. One railway in Alberta. So now, sulfur mines in Alberta, munition plants and tooling workshops in Alberta. All of this is queued. The construction efficiency here is still like really bad because of the mountains, but I can't really do anything about that. None of it also has very bad living conditions. And it looks like some starvation. There's like 27 people living here. I think they'll be okay. Selling train tickets in an area that has no trains. Well, we'll just move all the iron by train. What train? What is train? You speak of train, but I've not heard of such things. So the standard of living here is like 29% of pops are below the minimum expected standard of living here. It says, but they all look okay. How do I get this up? They just have to have like access to more goods. I love that I still have discoverable resources in all of Canada as well. Yeah, even like the population is actually shrinking here. Cheaper goods. I mean, I already took off consumption taxes. Decrease the government wages. Paying a lot to keep that Arts Academy up and running right now. Paying a lot more to those Brits, though. I guess really this is the answer, is lower taxes. Let's see how that works out. Click on the heads icon and there's a census. Okay. We have a lot of Hindu, a lot of animist. We have 28 Jewish population. Very good. All 28 Jews who live in Canada. We have a lot of trade unionists. I'm very happy to see that. It seems like the trade unions are pretty popular. Politically unaligned. Yeah, we have a lot of like destitute people here. But we now have appointed bureaucrats. Wow, this is quite a lot of info. Data. Am I abandoning the original Canadians? Canada is for everybody, okay. That's what we decided. Food technologies. Patent stills. Patent stills for food technology. I love how they're like, you can make groceries or you can make these fancy stills, but all of them will bankrupt the hell out of you. Alberta's getting lots of stuff being built. Oh yeah, so this investment pool is being drained now. Neat. I just assumed the government had to own everything. I didn't realize we could have other people own things. It makes a lot of sense. Collectivized agricultural. We'll probably want something like that. Should I get police? They don't like it. They don't like it. Okay. So the answer to that is no. No police. I'd like this public health care, but we're way away from that. I'd protect speech if we could. People do seem to like migration controls. The industrialists will lose a little bit of power probably from that. And the supremacists will become more loyal. The rural folk and the petit bourgeois would be extremely happy if I did that, which would unlock us basically nothing. I mean, I'm already getting like the gold card for all of these things right now, except for armed forces. And armed forces are almost so out of power that they're not even on the board anymore. No police and my liberties. It's the best I could do. Just a little bit of liberties. Just a smidge of liberties. All right, well. Let them build. Fishing wharves in Hudson's Bay. Yeah, I mean, they're building lots of stuff right now. Paper mills in Saskatchewan. Paper mills in Saskatchewan. Ooh, wow. They are building a lot of paper mills in Saskatchewan. It's still an expensive good, so like... Hey! My trade unions are no longer in solidarity with each other. What happened there? They took a big hit. So maybe I do throw this on. I'm gonna lose all my industrialist perks if I do this, which is like capitalist investment pool and production research speed. I'm not really worried about the capitalists. Only people of cultures and religions not discriminated against may migrate in or out of the country. Well, we don't discriminate against anybody. Leverage resistance. Yeah, I feel like this is the right option for us. Can I please snag Upper Michigan at some point? I don't want to be part of the U.S. I mean, I'll do what I can, but the U.S. is getting pretty big right now. Labor unions and rural folk like it because it protects local workers. Petit bourgeois loves it because it's mainly racism. And industrialists hate it because they lose cheap foreign workers. That tracks. All right, yeah, we got back our trade union buff here, workforce ratio, but we lost the capitalist investments, which is fine. We have like 12 million in the investment pool. We have so much money in the investment pool that despite them building constantly, it's still going up. Oh, there we go. And the leader of the industrialists is retired, which has somehow turned back on job creation. It's a pretty good country. It's a pretty good country. Credit where credit's due. The recent investment in Saskatchewan production at our paper mills has raised the question of who should get credit for the boost in production. Definitely not the industrialists, that's for sure. Victory for the workers? Or on the petit bourgeois? This is a victory for the workers. A bookkeeper in the government administration employed by the anti-New Brunswicker League is under investigation for bribery. Lobbyists in check. Or bureaucrats become more loyalist, and the petit bourgeois get silver-tongued lobbyists. Let's keep those lobbyists in check. I'm glad that like people don't like New Brunswick because like I've been there. They're not wrong. But like eventually we're gonna absorb New Brunswick, so dude, my market access is bad. My infrastructure is bustling. Railways and the port. Couldn't we not build a port here? Wasn't that the whole thing? Yeah, we could only build railways. We don't have like anybody working them. Free trade components are concerned that immigration reform is the first step to closing off the Hudson's Bay Company from the outside world. Not just to migrants, but to markets as well. Free trade rhetoric. Trade restrictions rejected. Trade restrictions considered. Industrials and rural folk will be unhappy with this for 5 years. Well, it's only 5 years. They're fine. Just don't have the pops to man these jobs. Yeah, I wonder, like, should I perhaps put greener grass campaigns in multiple places? Can I do that? I can, right? So let's try to attract some migrants into our country, he says, while enabling migratory control. I think what I would like is something that says you have this much people and this much open jobs. Unemployed, 0. What's this? Great Britain can decrease autonomy on us. Oh, God. You can use the diplomacy panel to see which subject actions are available in order to increase our liberty desire. I love how it's like economic dependence on Overlord. My dude, they're robbing me of like 7,000 gold every day. Honestly, I think it's the other way around right now. Seven out of 8. Ooh, we're getting here. Almost conform Canada. Oh, I have to go here. This is it. Okay. Diplomacy. Interactions. Support regime. None of these options allow me to increase my liberty. Greener grasses works for internal and external migration. As long as they reject your request, you get liberty desire. So I could request knowledge sharing. Oh, okay. Denied. We get 49 from that. Oh. Well, I should be asking them for things constantly. Well, I can actually only ask them for one thing, so. What would we become? We'd become a regular colony. Damn, I wish I was asking for that more frequently. I also have an insane amount of influence right now with, I feel like I don't understand what I'm meant to be expending this on. America loves me. I don't want to like fund lobbyists because that's too expensive. You guys like me. I can't make friends with Sweden. No, I just want Spain. Open diplomacy. I guess I could make friends with Spain. Treaties with countries is my influence dump. Would I get liberty, like if I asked them to invest or whatever in me, or if I asked Great Britain for money and they said no, would that also give me liberty? Treaties are also the window for abusing the AI. Like, I want Newfoundland. This is what I want. This is all I care about. We will have a binding period of 5 years. Let's see what they say. Maybe they'll say yes. Invite them to parties, and when they arrive, all the lights are off. Decrease relations as well is a good way to do it. They decrease my autonomy. How dare they? Archibald Cushing, you've been replaced by Alfred Blewett. Damn, dude, that sucks. Would grant Hudson's Bay Company control over their own market. Giving some terrible deals so the AI will pay you money and it goes into debts and makes even more abusive deals. France. Treaty port. Market control denied from England. Large numbers of Greek people are migrating from the Ottoman to Saskatchewan. Great. I think we've been getting along with the Greek people, so... How is this still going down? And also, like, does this mean I'm going to be paying them even more now? Probably. That food industry is also very, very subsidized at the moment. Yeah, I don't like being a colony. 'Cause it means I could get annexed is the next thing. Support independence is only -20. You could convince the French. $2,016% per week. Oh, but this is like, I give them this constantly while they're supporting my independence. How big's the French army? $232. Or Rush nationalism in Confederate Canada. So, like, I guess here's my problem is I don't want to go independent until I control Canada, right? Because I can only confederate if I'm under England. We're at peace. We've researched nationalism. Relations between Great Britain and Hudson Bay are greater than or equal to 50. Oh, I should not be. Hudson's Bay British Treaty has been declined. I don't know what that is. So I should probably stop damaging relations with them then. Neutral relations. I probably actually need to improve relations for right now. We're going to become an insignificant power in 334 days. If I control Canada, I rely on Great Britain less with more pops and provinces. Few ways, up to me. We're no longer forced to join wars initiated by Great Britain and have less liberty desire. Look, we're about to finish sewage, so we can focus on nationalism after that. bunch of rubber on the Ivory Coast. What's Denmark's army like? 20. Yeah, I think just getting France to support our independence for a bunch of cash is going to be the way to go. Max weekly construction, pollution effect reduced, flood harvest, infrastructure per population, maximum infrastructure, and construction sector max level. All that's very nice. Nationalism will take about 12 months. So this makes sense. This makes sense to me. Have I become communist yet? Not yet, but the trade unionists are getting up there. They're at like 20% right now, so... Migration controls go into voting. Yeah, this is like not going down at all, this investment pool. Only the whales, the seals, and the fishes. I guess the cool thing is, like, if I break out of the market as well, if I break out of England, I'll also break out of the market, question mark? Oh, interesting. I've lost authority here. I think probably from becoming colonial, a crown colony. I thought we got rid of the oligarchy, but maybe we didn't. It looks like we could now, though. You're not even Canada yet? Soon. We're literally just waiting on this technology. And then we can confederate. At peace, nationalism, and relations greater than 50. Map the American Western frontier. At peace, researched quinine, and either has an admiral or a general. That's fun. My leverage is none. A lot of rubber being found around the world right now. Okay, yeah, my relations are neutral right now, so that also has to go up from 18, I guess, to 50. Our armed forces guys retired, but that's good. It means military goods are not as expensive. Keeping the lower Canadian out. The effort to institute migrational controls has been bolstered by a wave of antipathy towards our neighbors in Lower Canada. Those Lower Canadian swine are the exact reason for this law. All those people from Toronto. Oh no, wait, Lower Canada. All those Quebecois. That's the reason we need migration control. I feel like this relationship doesn't matter because I'm just going to absorb them via England. So I'm going to blame Quebec for our immigration problems. Real life Canada confederated in 1867. Well, we're getting pretty close then. They rescued the East India Trade Company. Yeah, this has been a huge ongoing war forever, basically. But the good thing is like, that also means they're going to be weakened. So if France backs me in independence, it should work. Paper mills in Quebec have seen an increase in workplace injury due to increased mechanization. Trade unions get really unhappy, or industrialists get unhappy. Let's slow down production while the staff adjusts to the new machines. Help out our trade unionist homies. The industrialists have like totally fallen off on approval. The trade unionists aren't particularly happy either. Hey, we finally cut out like iron and ammunition. Paper is no longer really expensive as well. Like, where the hell did all my bureaucracy go? When are the VODs for Victoria 3 coming to YouTube? I am not sure. I started uploading the Necromancer's Tale stuff today, so probably like next week, maybe the weekend, and I might do a little like Necromancer's Tale Victoria 3 1-on-1. Peace between the French and Oman. So shouldn't I like not have to be part of this war? Or I guess I'm part of it because it was active. Man, that's an expensive war. Yeah, my damn bureaucracy keeps plummeting here. My GDP is going way up though. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of migration control have found themselves mired in particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings. Oof. -5 bureaucracy, and bureaucrats become more radical. I mean, we don't really have a lot of radicals. I don't really like the idea of reducing the success chance. I'll take more radicals. Honestly, I don't think that's literally going to be any radicals, so. We are going to have to build another one of these. Choop, 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 choop. What are they called? Government administration buildings? I would think to put it in Saskatchewan would make the most sense. It's only going to take like 5 weeks for that to build, so. Wait for them to like crank up some employees and they should fix the bureaucracy here. He says, not sure if that's true. Radical bureaucrats angrily writing letters. You make a play a Paradox game one time and now he's addicted. You should all be ashamed. I mean, I was playing Paradox games way before I started streaming. That's part of the problem. Write in triplicate for approval and reapproval, and then buried and unburied and checked and rewritten. That's the bureaucratic process, baby. All right, there we go. Our bureaucracy's back up. I think I'm going to get rid of encourage manufacturing. And maybe get rid of promote social mobility. I like that I have that in the city with my university, though. It's getting more popular. I guess let's take off greener grass in Alberta. Political wills and desires of the lower class will always remain an opaque matter. For whatever reason, support for migration control is spread like wildfire. Lower strata in the Yukon becomes more loyal. The supremacist movement gets grassroots supports. But the trade unions also get grassroots supports. The loyalists are basically, or sorry, the Yukon is basically only lower strata pops. But also, like, 20% of 28 is, like, basically nothing. I don't like empowering the supremacists. But, hey, the labor movement. Ah, I could start bolstering the labor movement. General staff unlocked for the military. This labor movement is pretty strong right now. All right. Yeah, right. Polar hat standard of living, pretty nice for 1861. Permanent 20% support for supremacies. I guess it was like 20% of what they had, though. So I think we'll be okay. But we almost have nationalism. Greater than or equal to 50. 28. All right, so that's going up. But it ain't going up fast. $8,000 job seekers. Oh, but they all have jobs. Okay, I understand. I'm gonna unpause this, see if we can't get these iron mines finished. We've got a bit of money in the bank right now, so we can afford the minus 27 on government construction for a little while. I guess my next question is, like, if I keep asking these guys for things, if I ask them for this and they say no, British relations towards Hudson Bay Company deteriorates by 20. So, sorry, their relations are cordial right now. So I don't want to do that while I do this. Yeah, it's relations, so. Laws moved into voting. Excellent. We're up to 50% literacy. Hell yeah. 59th place, man. I honestly thought we'd be better than that at 50%, but we're almost out of radicals also, which is feels to me like a crazy good thing. Maybe $500. That'd be $93. I'm gonna up the military wages so I don't have to pay that notification anymore. I think I'll also up the government wage. Keep them neutral. Yeah, my hopes here is basically once I build this, then instead of pausing construction, I can just like build things as required. Whoa. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here looking to be expanded. Looks like I want to stay friends to get that federation for now, yeah. Can we scan the rest of the world? China is pretty big. New South Wales, full of gold. It does look like the EIC is like reconquering pretty effectively. It's taking them a long time, and I think that they're going to be in a constant state of rebellion, but that's going to be great, because if we break free of England as well, I mean, we could still be friends with England, but I don't know that we're going to want to. Christopher Neal has died. He was my agitator who was all about modernization. The Ottomans, I guess they managed to take, yeah, they won a bunch of their wars against Egypt and took all of like Palestine and all these other countries back. Syria, Lebanon. I think it was like those three they fought for. Portugal's got a couple interesting spots. The Marina Kingdom. Oh, that's cool. It's interesting how like some places have color and some don't. Brazil seems bigger than normal. So I wonder how they're doing. We've got a boiler explosion in Alberta. Upper strata pops become radical, but trade unionists get buffed. Let's do that. Workers should not be exploited and forced into such conditions. Colin Crawford, the ever-efficacious leader of the petit bourgeois, has approached the government with a plan to enact local police force. A successful enactment is certain to contribute to his reputation as an effective politician. Offer them secret police instead. What's this local police force? Yeah, I don't want that. I will get -5 legitimacy for 5 years. This petition will be rejected. Doing this multiple times for the same interest group has worse consequences. So I guess really the question is, let's look at policing. They want local police force? See, like the trade unions and the Intelligista are like -20 if you install this. And they are the two guys I am trying to get up, and they don't like the cops. I guess what I'm saying is ACAB. Trade unions are happy at least. They reenacted solidarity. No local cops, but how about secret police? It's a hell of a trade. Countries not filled in are decentralized and can be colonized. Okay, okay. Colin Crawford has recommended that Yaha Abulat, currently residing in Hudson's Bay Company, be granted permanent residency. No, I don't want the petit bourgeois. Impressed by Upper Canada's military usage of sophisticated ironclads, the armed forces have begun lobbying in favor with closer ties with Upper Canada. A pro-country lobby. Or I could reject the military even more, which would sap their strength. I mean, we're about to absorb Upper Canada. Dedicated police force is actually pretty good since it reduces the effects of unrest in incorporated states. Yeah, but everybody hates it. Like, all my guys hate it. Don't be so impressed with Upper Canada. I've been to Toronto. It's not that great. Nationalism. We've unlocked the ethno-state. I kind of want to pick up quinine just so we can explore that coast. Map Western America or whatever it's called. Mechanized workshops for textile mills. Baking powder for food. What are we short on? Glass. Wow, that's new. Still groceries, right? Like constantly groceries. So baking powder actually seems like a good idea. Baking powder. We got baking powder. Now all I have to do is wait for this war to be over, which feels like it's never going to be over. And get up another 16 relations with Great Britain. Gold discovered in North Island. Confederate Canada. Journal entry. At least 9 of the following must be true. By becoming economically dominant of our fellow colonies while maintaining good relations with the central government, we can propose the annexation of one of our neighbors. Of one of our neighbors? I want all of our neighbors. Who's worth more money? I have a greater GDP than either of these guys. Okay, well, obviously I'll take Upper Canada first. Democratic socialism also reduces unrest. I agree. Couldn't agree more. The Sunnis have disbanded. Okay. Glass and explosives. What a weird surprise. Nice. Great Britain is improving relations with us. That should speed things up. And we now have migration controls. Presidential Republic. Per capita taxation, proportional taxation. People seem to like that. Private health insurance. I'd like public health insurance, but I don't think we're there yet. Yeah, I guess let's do proportional taxation. Get us some more money. I like that even though I've like reduced to a colony, I'm still like climbing back up this rank. A streamer shortage. As soon as I get independence, America invades. It's possible. They do like us, though. Like, we're generally on pretty good terms. Pretty much everywhere except for the Russian-American company likes us. And, like, I probably could begin improving relations with Russia. Just in case. Exempt from service, improve relations, improve relations. Yeah, I still got to be like out of this war though, too. Large numbers of Mordvins from Russia are moving to Manitoba. And large numbers of Romanians from the Ottoman Empire are moving here. This is 100 authority. $209,800. Wow, a lot of Greeks. A lot of Greeks moved in here. Mechanized workshops. Nice. Ambitious middle strata citizens are opposing proportional taxation on the grounds that they will eventually become wealthy capitalists. They will become excessively taxed. Yes, the old trickle-down economics. They should get real. Sway them with a tax cut? No, they should get real. They're not becoming rich. Nobody's becoming rich in our country. America's invasion depends on the relationship, a robust trade and diplomatic tie. Not so much that they need you and they're fine to live yet live. I mean, I don't know that we're like selling or anything to them because we're still in like the British market, so. And the only port we have is over here in Hudson's Bay, Quebec, isn't it? Yeah, we have a port that one person works. Okay. I actually don't know how things are meant to leave our country. We have railways, but we don't have like actual access to the seas. Couple cute little railways here as well. Slowly building up. It's very cool playing Hudson's Bay because it's like you don't have anything at first and then slowly these towns start forming. Even this like farmland is starting to form down here. It's very funny. There's like nothing in northern Quebec and Ontario though. Canada's port situation is hilarious. Yeah, for some reason, like you can't build ports up here. And like none of it doesn't have a port either. TBH should probably build them a railway though. All right, we're back to not building anything. And just letting the investment pool, which honestly feels fine to me. I do need more construction, or I could use more construction. So I could build up in like none of it in the Northwest Territories, but... Oh, Great Britain is enforcing military access to add me back into wars. Because I guess they are losing their wars. I actually don't understand. This one fight has been going on here forever. It's like we outnumber them 2-1, but we're not actually conquering any of their territory. Very slow progress there, sir. If I increase government wages, the government buildings like ports and administration will attract more pops. Oh. But only the government buildings and not manufacturing. Should be using our money to make more money. That one Hudstonian standing at the port forever. You know, the Intelligista's like this, so I guess I'll give it a try. Request market control, and that's the ticket for broader trade. I mean, I assume once I get out from England, I just create my own market, right? I mean, well, I suppose I don't really know that that's true, but... How are we doing here, England? 48. Now all we need to do is not be at war constantly. Which, good luck. Yeah, this says we can propose the annexation of one of our neighbors. And so I'm starting to wonder, like, how many times am I going to have to cast that in order to get all of the annexation? And also, who do I take first? I guess Upper Canada. I want Newfoundland, but I guess Upper Canada is the answer. You can't build a port on the Great Lakes, no. You can only build one in Quebec. For some reason, Hudson's Bay doesn't allow you to build... I don't know, maybe it's like not deep enough? Wonder if going Pacific first and creating ports would be feasible. Yeah, I'm actually kind of wondering, like, what if I take Colombia? We're about to get like a huge tax bump here as well. Extra 4K in taxes. Groceries, engines. Northwest Territory has terrible standard of living. I'm kind of thinking I should be building more railways. Someone is building a railway there. Great. Build a railway here. 45 weeks. Damn. All right. Well, that's going to railway connect at least all of our northern provinces. Well, 2 of our northern provinces. Rubber discovered in your tuba. Forming Canada, Australia works just by annexing one of the other segments one at a time. Great Britain placed all of its army in defensive mode, and so did the Indians, so there's no battle going on and the war is stuck. No active battles. I mean, like, what I'm wondering is, like, if I bring an army over here, can I just, like, start walking into these other countries? Oh, they are losing troops. Correction, the British are losing troops. A series of perceived poor decisions by the Sunni rights movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Yeah, goodbye. Actually, how big is this? Oh, they're like 1%. I'll just take that 2% loyalist. They're kind of like on their way out anyway, so... Once again, my bureaucracy is dropped pretty dramatically. Institutions. Education. Upper strata have decided to donate generously to the poor. Many advocate for proportional taxation. 20% success chance, or 10%, and the standard of living of the lower strata is increased, and upper strata is decreased. I mean, this looks like it's going to pass no matter what, so let's get that standard of living improved. Only direct fronts, not specific paths. Okay. Try to force a battle, and your general will borrow their troops. All the generals have blue defensive arrows. In the front. Which means they're on defense. Blue defense. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I guess then it's about time we win the war. The leader of the industrialists had enough compromise with his coalition partners. He's demanded that either his collaborators follow his orders or the industrialists will never approve of their changes. We could tell the industrialists to get real and lose their popularity, or gain popularity, but the petit bourgeois gets hampered. Do I like this guy? He's imperious and a political operator. He's generally disliked. Let's make him even more disliked. Are we no longer... Okay, we're amicable here with England. Which does mean the only thing we need to do is become at peace. So... let's... invade. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Let's assign a strategic objective. Secondary demand. What's the primary demand here, I wonder? Okay, and then mobilize and deploy to the Malwa front. Upgrade all infantry units to skirmish infantry. What do we have? Line infantry. I mean, I could definitely, like, also recruit some more troops. But, yeah, what's the rush? Oh my god. What a journey we have to take! All the way down past South America, over the Horn of Africa, up the other side. God damn. Mobilization tabs have options to enable stuff for your army. Oh. Extra supplies, chocolate, tobacco, liquor, opium. Let's give them some extra supplies. Sugar, tobacco, liquor, opium. I mean, I feel like we have some money right now. Give them some chocolate, too. Just a little bit of chocolate. Low organization in my army. From a supply shortage. Oh, is that because I turned all that on while they were at sea? Or is it just because they are at sea? Okay, I think it's just because they're at sea. I love the idea that they run out of supplies before they even get there. Making your troops smoke opium can induce opium addiction if anyone is curious. And this has advantages? All right, well, we'll see whether or not they could improve the stalemate here. Gold rush. Gold has been discovered in the Yukon. People from all corners of the earth are converging. They are confident that they will discover the next great lode and become incredibly rich. Massive migration attraction. Always spread the word, or it's mine, all mine. I mean, yeah, let's spread the word. Because I'm still, like, rapidly trying to get more gold. I just need more population in the Yukon. I have for a long time. An agitator has appeared. A new agitator? Edmund McIlwraith. Hedonist literary. He's a utopian ideology. I didn't know that was an option. I'd like to make a utopia. How's my morale? Organization 0. Like the answer there is not great. So we've landed. Giving a different order. Can you like defend? I feel like I landed him in enemy territory. I totally did. A story's been making the rounds about a miner who struck it rich and become the wealthiest man in town. People in the Yukon are beginning to live beyond their means, convinced they'll become rich soon enough. Standard of living. Unrealistic expectations. It can't be that harmful. Okay, your objective is going to be that, because you need to, like, reorganize. Adequate command limit for its military units. While a formation with significant command limit is stationary, it will regain organization over time. So that should start going up, and he should stop taking attrition. I mean, he's already like fighting guys here. Manpower, morale, attrition, supply. So the problem is that I have no supplies. Weird frontline stuff happens a lot in India. And yeah, apparently I'm attacking with a bunch of Brits. Well, maybe it's because like our country is cut off at the moment, or this location is cut off from the rest of the naval bases, which is funny because this is also the HQ. Does look like I am surrounded. It does look like I landed in enemy territory, marched through enemy territory, and then got myself surrounded. You're not wrong. But we are winning this fight. The Intelligista has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of proportional taxation. Themselves in favor of the law, they've resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Member flight. Oh, no. I don't want to move Intelligistas into the rural folk. That would be really bad. We're going to have to just let them split, I guess. So... I guess that's your objective then. Oh, I can station them in this HQ. Traveling to the Bombay HQ one day. Stationed at Bombay HQ. So here... they'll start getting supplies. You're not surrounded. You can just attack in all direction. Game is very interesting. I agree. I'm very curious to see like what kind of thing we can make. All right. Well, I guess back to the Malwa front then. If he's not getting supplies, I just would like him to attack. organization of 0, which imposes heavy penalties. He's at the front. He's advancing. I'm gonna put you on rapid advancement. What do I have to do to get you to actually take this country? Oh, we're doing it. Mark McNabb. We are leading the army. We are basically leading all the Brits, as well as a couple like Aussies and Welshmen. And we're going to take this, and this is going to actually connect our HQ with the rest of everything. And also give us access to a port. Now, whether or not we're actually winning this, we're lost, and they surprised us. Careful maneuvering. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay, we're starting to win. Our careful maneuvers. Once we figured out where we were, now we've mapped out the domain, and he's in a panicked retreat. They're like, oh, they figured out what's happening. It looks like all that might have needed to happen was us to join this war. And now you can see the color is changing here because we are actually conquering this country. Let's go, Hudson's Bay Company. Nothing can stop the mighty Hudson's Bay. I like how he's lost. Yeah, I mean, you've landed in India. You've walked like, I don't know how many clicks into enemy terrain. You finally get your HQ, but you're like, we're surrounded on all sides. And then we're like, let's try to take the port we just came from. We don't really know where it is, but we'll go back that way. Why not? Excellent. We also now have railways all the way up to Nunavut, across Nunavut and into the Northwest Territories here. And the only place we don't have them is into the Yukon. Oh, that's cool. We have like a little military wagon coming down here. We should have railways. Oh, that's Colombia. Oh, whack. Okay, so we have no way to get a railway over here anyway, so.
The port is in the direction we came from. Which way is that? We don't know, sir.
we don't know, sir. We don't have a damn clue. Yay, proportional taxation. So the real question now is, do I build a railway in the Yukon? And I want to Turkana. Has been British colonized. Yeah, we are conquering this place. There's a couple other fights that are breaking out, but we are literally breaking the war in India. Unbelievable. All they needed was one good general to show up. What's also sick about this is we know that the Brits are going to be short of man of wars. So if we have the France back us in this break free of Canada, it should be pretty good. Have at least annual relations in greater GDP than a neighboring Anglo-Canadian or Franco-Canadian country with the same overlord. Yeah, so if I break free, I can't absorb. Like, the main reason I want Upper Canada is because there's 2 million people who live in it. And, like, the thing that I'm desperate for is population. Also, more bureaucracy. What's going on here? We better increase those bureaucrats. Did we do it? This feels like this is a fully conquered province at this point. Yeah, totally is. Nice. So it looks like our guy is just going to... Yeah, he's just going to rapidly advance over and over again and start conquering. So every other general in this front is defending. And then I've shown up and I'm just like, let's go. Yeah, I'm literally like, I'm the only guy who is attacking, and so I am leading the charge in every single country. I'm fine with that. I am totally fine with that. Clippers and Man of Wars. Ooh, yeah, okay. 2 buildings are suffering from a shortage of clippers. So is the port. Doesn't the port make clippers? Oh, no, it makes clippers into other things. The trade center makes... Oh, I guess I need like a naval base? Maybe? General Dementia McNabb. High Command ordered us to attack the port. Which port? The one we landed on? Which way? Not sure. Pops to eat up bureaucracy, so more pops means more paperwork. Oh, that makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense. We have been growing a lot. We started like 250k pops today, so... Trade capacity 6 of 5. We are exporting fine art, which is very fun because of our arts academy that cost us a fortune. We're also still subsidizing the food industry, which feels maybe crazy, but I wanted to make sure that we were selling groceries. Through the widespread introduction of the atmospheric engine in the mining industry, productivity is at an all-time high. Fantastic. Doop, 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 doop. So, what are you conquering right now? Rapid Ascent on Gurajat. Opal, Rajasthan. Super bad. Kurla. You Gurajat? You're Gurajat. Yeah, okay. Double broken supply lines. My army, who has no supplies, no organization, is just showing up and telling people where to go. What happened to our treasury? -2 to 12k in mere minutes. Basically, if we construct things, it costs a lot of money. If we don't construct things, we make a lot of money. Gurjat is devastated. Where are we going next, homie? Rajasthan. Actually, I could probably tell you where to go. Sure. What I probably should do is like look at where their highest populations are. This place is actually pretty big up here. $8 million. Damn, who knew there were so many people in India? Viewing New Brunswick ownership of the Maritimes as a crime against the Hudson's Bay Nation, the landowners have put their weight behind the anti-New Brunswick League. I don't know, man. That seems fine. Well-acclaimed troupe of watering artists has arrived in Ontario, followed by hundreds of requests about our generous government funding of one of their concerts. Well, I obviously have to fund them, but I don't like it. Guess these arts won't pay for themselves. Vineyards, textile mills, military shipyards are being built. I am concerned that my liberty desire keeps going down. It's basically they have a way bigger GDP than me. So my GDP is going up. Starving population in Manitoba. That's not good. Nine weeks for livestock ranches. We got some wheat farms here as well. Fishing wharves is like maxed out. I mean, the food industry is still like one of the best places I can put stuff, so we'll see what we can improve. A war goal to absorb all of India and restore the East India Company. Yeah, I think so. Satara is the war leader. Oh, if I just conquer Satara, do we win then? Awesome. The French are coming in from Sardinia, Piedmont. That should be conquered in a moment. A disease outbreak started in the Yukon. I like the sound of that one bit. EICS changed its nickname to the British Raj. Yeah. Well, they had actually like broke free of the Raj, which is a little confusing. So what's going on here? How come this this country isn't conquered? You're fully mobilized. We're doing a rapid advance. We're at a 93% advantage. It does feel like my manpower, organization, no organization, good morale though. My choice to actually start these attacks has caused like massive fights to break out, which is sapping the Indian army of all their strength as well. Oh, Hyperabad is now in charge, are they? Active battles. The British Indian side. Well, I guess I'm wondering if this hits 100, what happens? Another fight breaks out? Khyper. Oh, that's like over here, though. Yeah, I'm not sure what we have to do to actually take this country. Generals are ordered to advance to a front, accumulate advancement points daily depending on their advancement speed. Once it's reached 100, a battle will start. Ah, I see. When the EIC collapses, Great Britain gets an event where they can essentially rescue it, so they decide it will attack all of India to recapture and stabilize its colony. That tracks. Tab, make peace will show all the war goals. Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty messy. Okay, so I guess it's just that they keep sending armies to fight me here. It's so funny that we're winning this at all with 0 supply and 0 organization. Like, in something like Hearts of Iron, that would just mean you lose that fight. You lose that fight before it basically begins. It does suck that I can't confederate Canada, which has nothing to do with this war, though, until this is done. It's a bit of a kick in the teeth. We're not passing any laws right now. The labor movement dislikes private health insurance, but they do like public health insurance, but we don't have enough points for this. 23. The trade unions are almost enough to knock out the industrialists here. In fact, they might even be. Plutocratic, individualist, colonialist, proletarian, egalitarian, populist, anti-slavery. Minus 40. Okay. What about the Intelligistas? Minus 27. This is what I want as my government. But I guess they don't yet have enough power. If I put the royal folk in, rural folk in there, they almost do. That's very close. The oligarchy means the ideological groups need to match the leader. Oh, because nobody can vote. Haha. Haha. Well, yeah, I guess there's no laws for us to pass then right now. Really don't understand why we aren't taking this country. Well, it does seem like we are spreading out from them. I guess that's just how that works. It's like you start at one point and then now it's like this is where we spread in all directions. So maybe if I had like taken the Punjab, then that would have been a bit faster because they're isolated, but flag bits are occupied, yeah. Secret cabal of extremely rich people controlling. Who else could be part of the government? How unrealistic. Oh, you didn't hear it from me. Textile mills, military shipyards, glassworks. Yeah, I mean, let's just keep building this up. Look at this. I'm building and still making money. That's pretty nice. But I didn't expect that to happen with as much construction as we have available. That immediately leads me to think we should build more construction. Shell guns. Ironclads, ammunition, and glass. What makes man of wars? Military shipyards. Military shipyards, which can only be built in Quebec. I think they are building one here, right? Yeah. Privately owned military shipyard. Well, I guess bankrolling a little bit doesn't hurt at the moment. Yeah, this is spreading pretty well now. Looks like we've conquered the bulk of this. What are you doing right now, though? You're on rapid advance, but where? Looks like you're just sitting at the Delhi HQ. Can you grab... this place next? Oh, I guess we already have that. Okay. Northern Colombia discovers gold. Interesting. Interesting. The clicking is real sharp in this game. It is. It's very loud clicks. But it's not bad. Join all British wars. I'd rather not. But I guess so. All right. Well, as the wars go on, we have we're really pulling ourselves back up on rank, despite being a colony on its way to annexation. This has me like extremely worried. But if I can at least absorb Upper Canada, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I might just have to like break out from England and then go from there. But why don't we do that in our next episode? Because that seems like a pretty good spot to cut this first video. So we'll come back and we'll see how the war against the British Raj continues. Until then...